Get ready, legends. We're kicking off with Benjamin Netanyahu facing international fury at the UN, followed by incredible new science launching to the International Space Station. Then, get the latest on Russia and Belarus athletes returning to the international stage. And finally, a major win for journalism as Waiel Awwad takes the helm of the International Press Clubs Association. You won't want to miss this. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. Benjamin Netanyahu's speech at the UN ignited a firestorm, sparking walkouts from dozens of delegates and widespread protests. He used his address to condemn international recognition of Palestinian statehood and defiantly reaffirmed Israel's ongoing military campaign in Gaza. This moment comes as global criticism mounts over the conduct in Gaza, with grim statistics revealing a devastating human toll. Netanyahu's message was a clear defense of Israel's actions, a denial of genocide, and a direct challenge to Western nations that have recently recognized a Palestinian state. He even presented a map titled The Curse to illustrate what he called the Iranian terror axis, and issued a stark ultimatum to Hamas regarding hostages. The reaction was immediate and intense, with protests erupting in Times Square and condemnation from former Israeli leaders and the Palestinian Authority alike, who labeled his speech 8 major lies. Stay with us as we dive into the critical mission of the expedition 73 crew aboard the ISS, because what they're doing up there could change everything. The International Space Station is buzzing with activity as the expedition's 73 crew pushes the boundaries of human spaceflight research. They've been diving deep into how life in orbit affects the human body, focusing on critical areas like the sensory system, eye structure, digestion, and heart health. We're talking about cutting-edge fitness research and vision studies, with astronauts conducting ultrasound scans for cardiac research and even upgrading equipment. Plus, a massive delivery of over 11,000 pounds of critical spares, food, and supplies has arrived thanks to Northrop Grumman's new Cygnus XL spacecraft, successfully captured by astronaut Johnny Kim. This mission is packed with new science investigations aimed at understanding the long-term effects of space on humans, which is vital for future deep space exploration. But the world of sports is also seeing major shifts. Get ready to hear about a significant decision impacting athletes from Russia and Belarus as they potentially return to the international arena. In a significant move for international parasports, the International Paralympic Committee has decided to lift the partial suspension imposed on Russia and Belarus following Moscow's 2022 invasion of Ukraine. This decision, made at the IPC's General Assembly in Seoul, opens the door for Russian and Belarusian athletes to compete under their own flags in future events, including the Milan-Cortina Olympic Games. However, their eligibility hinges on competition rules within specific sports federations, some of which still maintain bans. Previously, these athletes were allowed to compete at the Paris 2024 Paralympics under strict neutrality conditions. This development follows closely on the heels of the International Olympic Committee's decision to permit Russian and Belarusian athletes to participate in the upcoming Olympics under similar neutral conditions, signaling a potential shift in the global sports landscape. And now for some incredible news from the world of journalism, where a new leader is set to guide global press freedom efforts. A momentous occasion for journalism. Dr. Waiel Awwad, president of the Foreign Correspondents Club of South Asia, FCC South Asia, has officially been elected president of the International Association of Press Clubs, IAPC. He takes the reins in New Delhi, marking a historic milestone for the FCC South Asia, an organization with a long legacy of fostering dialogue and defending media freedom since 1958. The IAPC, representing over 50 press clubs worldwide, unites journalists and champions freedom of expression. Dr. Awwad, a seasoned geopolitical analyst and correspondent with over 4 decades of experience, emphasized the critical challenges facing journalism today, including disinformation and shrinking freedoms. He stated, "Press clubs must unite in solidarity, vowing to strengthen cooperation and support journalists globally." This leadership transition is seen as a symbolic strengthening of South Asia's role in international media dialogue. That's all the headlines for today, but stick around for a rapid-fire recap and your chance to win. What a show! We saw Benjamin Netanyahu face a UN backlash, the ISS crew push scientific limits, Russian and Belarusian athletes potentially returning to the international stage, and Waiel Awwad taking charge of the IAPC. Don't miss out on future breakdowns. Smash that like button, subscribe to Legends Nexus, turn on notifications by hitting the bell, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Follow us on all social platforms for more exclusive content.